Hi everybody, welcome back to the week 3 of Christmas in July Hop, hosted by BecsCraftingWorld2 and Leslie over at Mermaid Cove. So today is week 3, and our challenge this week is a 3D ornament or a holiday type decor. Now I had a lot of trouble with this. I don't know why. I just couldn't decide what to make. And it's been a while since I've done a wreath. And I had this little grapevine wreath sitting in my stash for, I don't know, over a year. And so I finally just decided, you know what, I'm going to make a little wreath. And so this wreath is not very big, but I wanted to just share with you, I am just using stuff out of my stash, you guys. Literally, I have this, it's like a velvet red ribbon, and then I had a piece of this like burlap ribbon left over from a previous something I did. And so I just grabbed them both and just started covering this little grapevine wreath. Now I like grapevine wreaths, so this is something that you can also do with a wire wreath as well. So if you like doing those instead. And so I just went ahead and glued this red ribbon on top of the burlap ribbon that I had. And then I decided, you know, it needed something green. And so I had a little bit of this really thin polka dot ribbon in my stash, and so I decided to go ahead and kind of line this against the red ribbon just to give it a little bit of color. And I love that these three colors coordinate very well together. And so what I did is I went along with my glue gun and just kind of did a thin layer of glue, and then just kind of tacked down the thin ribbon against the red ribbon, and it worked out pretty good. And in different places I had to tack it down because some places kind of lifted a little bit, and I didn't want it to mess up or anything. And so as a surprise, you guys, I do mention this at the end of the video, but I will be giving away some prizes in this hop, and so I'm really kind of excited. I hope that you guys like the prizes. Of course, I'll be giving away the tag boxes that I created, and I think I'll be giving away a set of cards that I did. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't decided on that yet. So I'm going to go ahead and give away a couple of things. And I hope you guys stay tuned. Please subscribe to my channel and to the rest of the girls' channels. I'm not sure who's giving away a prize and who's not, so you'll just have to go through each channel to find out who's giving away prizes. You must be 18 years and older in order to be eligible for a prize. You also must be a subscriber of mine in order to be eligible for the prizes. And excuse my lunch there, you guys. I realized it was in the camera, and I was like, I didn't want you to see my tuna salad. I was having a tuna salad for lunch. So so anyway, but I moved it out of the way. You must be eligible, and you must live in the U.S. in order to be eligible. And I know if you do not live in the U.S. and you are commenting, I will give you a monetary gift from Amazon instead. So if you are a winner and you don't live in the US, you will receive a monetary gift just because of the postage and how expensive it is to ship out prizes. So y'all, I hope that you guys are enjoying the hop, and we are going to move on to the next thing. Okay, Okay, so we finished wrapping our wreath and putting our ribbon on and everything, and I went ahead and hooked up the little bells to this. And now we're going to go ahead and make the poinsettias. Now the poinsettias are in 2 different sizes, and I will link the specific instructions for the larger one at the bottom, okay, because I had did a previous video sharing how to create the larger ones. The smaller ones we're going to go ahead and make now because they are 2 different sizes, okay? And you can definitely make both of them and then stack them on top of each other if you wanted to do that. So I am just going to be showing you this one right here, and then I'll link the other video down below in the description box. I'll have the link here for you after this video, and I'll have like a little card showing you the video link as well. So if you want to make the larger one, you can definitely do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So to get started, you're basically, like I said, it's the same technique that you make the larger one, except we're just going to size it differently. Okay, so for this one, you're going to need an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. We're going to score a 1/2 inch all the way down. So all the way down, you'll score 1/2 inches, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my scoreboard, and I'm going to go ahead and score this paper at a 1/2 inch. Now, for me, it's just easier to do one whole paper, so we're just going to do that and go all the way down, and just going to go ahead and score a 1/2 inch in between each score line all the way down. Oops. And with this, you only need you need 8 little pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that there. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut our 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that we just scored. And you're going to go ahead and have the lines horizontal, okay? So the lines are all going horizontal, and then I'm going to grab my trimmer, and I'm going to cut these at 2 inches, or I'm sorry, you're going to cut them at 1.5 inches. So we're going to cut each into a strip that is 1.5 inches. So you'll go ahead and cut a 1.5 strips all the way down this paper, and at the end you'll have a little tiny piece left. You can either keep it or go ahead and trash it. I hope you guys are enjoying this hop. It has been so much fun to see what everybody is creating, and I'm excited to see what everyone else creates. So I just thought I would do some little tiny wreath, you know, something simple that you can hang on a bathroom wall, or, you know, in an entryway or something, just a little decoration. Next, what you want to do is, after you have your strips cut, we're going to go ahead and you're going to take your ruler and you're going to set it at a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to go ahead and make a line. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a line all the way down, okay? And you're going to do that for each strip. So after we score the 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper or cardstock, you're going to, again, I'm going to go over, you're going to score that 8.5 and 11 paper by setting it in your scoreboard like this, and every 1/2 inch you're going to score all the way down to the very end. And then you're going to cut them at 1.5 inches. After you cut them 1.5 inches, you're going to go ahead and grab your ruler, and you're going to go ahead and set it down on the little strip at a 1/2 inch, and then mark it with a line all the way down like I did here. Then what you're going to do is, after you get that done, you're going to grab your strips, and I do 2 at a time, You can do whatever, however many you want at a time. You're going to go ahead and cut these at 5 inches. Okay, so you're basically going to have 4 of these. Okay, or actually you need 8. So we're going to cut, so I have 4 here, and then I'm going to cut 4 more. So you're going to put your strips in your trimmer, and you're going to go ahead and cut these at 5 inches. And then we're going to go ahead and make our little poinsettias. So to make your poinsettias, we're going to go ahead and you're going to fold each one of these in half, okay? And again, we need 8 of these. So I've got 8 here, and we're going to fold these in half. So you're just going to take it, you're going to fold it in half, just like this. So fold all of them in half. Okay, once you get these all folded, okay, you're going to go ahead and we're going to cut from the opened end of your poinsettia to the folded part, okay, and you're going to cut at a diagonal. So I'm just going to grab my scissors, put it at that line at the bottom, and then cut diagonally to the edge there, just like that. So now you're left with a little mountain like this, and you're going to do that for all of them. So again, this one here, and if you have a little piece like that, you can trim that off if you want to, and then you can go ahead and just cut your diagonal line from your line all the way up to that other corner at the folded area. Okay, so you're going to do that to all 8 of your little pieces here. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so once you have all of your little mountains cut out, we're going to fold them back now. Now, what you want to do is how you want to fold these is you want these 2 ends to be backwards, okay? So you want them facing away from you, okay? So you're going to go ahead and fold that inward, and then go ahead and just fold this like you would a regular like rosette, okay? But again, you want both of your ends to face backward, okay? So let me show you how. So you want them both to face backwards. So there's the end and there's the end, okay? So, and you want all of them to do that. Just like that. And then squeeze them really tight so they're burnished in really good. Okay, all right, so now that all of mine are done, now we're going to put these together. So on the part where you have your line drawn across the bottom, just turn them over so now you don't see the line. So when we put these together, you don't have the line showing in the front. Okay, now you are going to need a little circle because they're just like rosettes and how you put together a rosette. So you can use your glue gun or your regular glue, however you prefer. Now you're going to glue the 2 ends together. Okay, so now I'm just going to grab my glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and place glue up here. And I'm just going to go ahead and push these together. Okay. And you're going to go ahead and keep doing that. So you'll put glue on the edge like that. You'll go ahead and push these up together so they kind of match. And if yours is like mine and sliding around, just go ahead and push them together and glue them together. And keep doing that for all 8 of these little rosettes. Okay, I call them little airplanes because that's what they look like. They look like little airplanes. So okay, so once you have them all together, you're going to go ahead and make sure that I just double check these. Make sure that all of them are together like this. Squeeze them so they're burnished down really good. Okay, all right. Now we're going to go ahead and you're going to place these two together. And y'all, we are just about done. These are so easy to make. Super easy. All right. Next, what I do is how I do this is I'm going to turn it this way, okay, where my mountains are facing up. I am going to place glue on here. Put that down. I'm going to face these outward where the line is now facing up. The line that we drew on the back of these is facing upward. Okay, bring your poinsettia together just like this. Okay, then you're going to grab your little circle and you're just going to place that on top. I just find it is a lot easier to do it this way than to have it face down and try to lift this up and then try to place the circle on. Then you can go ahead and you can flip this over, and again you can go ahead and maneuver everything around the way that you want it on your little poinsettia. And then you can also bring more glue in here into the circle. You can also use your hot glue if you want to. And there you go. And I can go ahead and put my hot glue in there. Squeeze a little bit that in there. Okay, so if some of you have some of these in your stash, I am using these as my little buttons or for my little centerpiece in my poinsettia. But I've also used these beads, and I think I got these, I might have got these at Walmart or the Dollar Tree, and they're round, so they're so pretty, and you can just stick them in the middle of your poinsettia. And I think I put 3 of them. In the other video, it shows you what I used for the center of the poinsettia. I think it was these. So you can go ahead and use those. You can use whatever you would like, but I just thought that these were kind of nice, and I have these, and I thought, you know what, those will look nice on the poinsettia. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I'm just going to go ahead, fill that up, and place this on top there, just like that. So there is my poinsettia. Now for your leaves, there's lots of different things you can use. You can use, if you have a leaf die, you can use that. You can use whatever you would like. I even thought about using some of these fake leaves, and I'll show you here in just a minute. I even thought about using some of these little fake leaves that I have in my stash, and just putting them, right behind the poinsettia. I just think that those look so pretty. I did on my other poinsettias, the larger ones, I used a die by Spellbinders to cut out leaves. And but right now I'm in the midst of packing, and so all of my stuff is like in boxes. So yeah, so we're going to be moving to a new house. So, yeah, and I'll get a new craft room, I'll have to set it up and all that stuff. And so a lot of my items are in boxes, and I don't want to dig through anything. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that that's what I was going to do. And I had these sitting out. Thank goodness when the hop came around, and I thought, what am I going to use? So, because a lot of my stuff is in boxes. So, all my Christmas stuff is in boxes and put away. And yeah, so, and I just didn't want to get anything out. So anyway, so I'm going to be making some more of these. I'm definitely going to be sticking these behind here just to give it a little bit of, some foliage. I just think that those will look really pretty back there. And so I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hot glue the poinsettias on top of the wreath. And I'm going to add four of these. I was going to add three, but I think four looked really good on this wreath. So I decided to add all four poinsettias on here. Next, I decided to go ahead and use these little chippies that are by Mente, and I had some Christmas ones that I had bought a few years back, and so I decided to go ahead and add glue and glitter on top of this, and then set it aside to dry and place this on top of the wreath. So how cute is that? Oh my gosh, I think that looks so, so cute. And what a little super cute little wreath for a door or like a little space on a wall or something. I just think that looks so cute. And just to let you know, this will be one of the giveaway prizes as well as a couple of other items that I've got in store for you guys. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoy the hop, and I hope that you guys are getting tons of inspiration from all of the other gals in the hop. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and hop on over to the next person on the list. I have all of the links to the participants down below for you, and I will see you guys next week. Take care and bye.